Hello, McCastle here, and welcome back to the Destroy Mod survival playthrough that we're doing here. I did a little bit of stuff off screen. We'll go over that real quick, and then we'll dive right into the Nether because we need to get blaze burners to heat our different stuff for the Destroy Mod, right? So, like I said, I've tried to skip through most of the create stuff so that we can get right into that. So let me show you what we've done real quick, and then I'll sleep real quick, and then we'll go over what we've done, and then we'll dive right into the Nether. So I haven't done much with the villager trading hall, as you can see, besides, blow it up a little bit with some creepers on accident. But I've started laying out the basic. I moved the water wheels down here, a little bit layer below. I'm going to kind of make a kind of layered thing. Set up a quick smelting, washing, smoking, and then once we have another, we can get some soul sand. We'll make a haunting station as well. So this will just kind of be a very basic manual part of that. And then I moved our press and whisk over here, sorry, mixer. And then did some bamboo stuff, and down here is where we're going to put storage. I'm using sophisticated storage. I really enjoy that mod. Still need to finish hollowing this out and add spaces for everything. And besides doing a little bit more mining and laying out there, that's all I've really done. Now what we're going to do up here, this is where I'm going to put my vat, and we'll do some of our other destroy stuff here on this floor here. As well as up here. That's why I moved it down there. I figured that was more central place for the power right below us. That way we can access it here, we can access it down there, and all that kind of stuff. So let me get my few resources we need to jump in the Nether. We're just going to use this ruined portal that we have up here, and let's dive right in. Oh, well, it's going to start to rain, but that's okay, because we're going to get out of this wet place. Go to someplace very dry. So I finished up the portal that was here. Let's just light that. Here we go. Not a wonderful start, but not a terrible one either. Could be worse. Oh, is that... Actually, this is a great place to start. We've got a friggin' dungeon right there. Or a fortress, not dungeon. Awesome. Well, that makes our lives a lot easier. Except for I didn't bring any blaze cages. So I'm going to go back, get some blaze cages, and work my way over there, and I'll catch you over there. And yoink. Isn't the Nether so much fun? Well, the fun never stops. Because immediately after exiting the Nether, I was met by a patrol of pillagers. And of course, I killed the captain right next to my villager farm. So, needless to say, I died over and over and over and over again because, one, I wasn't really ready for the Nether, and I really was not ready for a raid. And this was like the maximum you could possibly imagine. But here's kind of where it ended after I finally killed them all. Well, as you saw there, it turns out that open air villager trading halls are a good idea. So what we're going to do is we are going to, for our next one, it'll be in a bunker, because I'm not doing that again. Not doing that again. And maybe a bunker not near my base. Anyway, creeper exploded, let my sheep out. It was just bad. And as you can hear, we do have a villager. Where'd he go? Oh, I passed him. All we have left is this nitwit. I put him in a hole in the first episode because he was wandering around and bugging me. And hey, that might have saved your life, sir. So you better be appreciative of that. Anyway, we'll use him for some breeding or something. I'm glad I didn't help him find an accident. But we are going to need this. Because I think I stole some from a different village. Because we're going to dive headlong into Destroy right now. We're not going to worry about that. I'll do that off screen. It was not what we're here for. But I do need some trades from the innkeeper villager. So we're going to be heading over to the village, just down there. And if I did steal the innkeeper's box, we'll take him this one. Yeah, it looks like I stole someone. So and a horse did survive the raid. That's good. So take him over there. Let's see. Oh, looks like I did not steal this one. Good. All right. Hey, buddy. I need some of that. Oh. I left all my emeralds. I swear I grabbed them, but apparently I didn't. Alright. Round 2. Hey, he is talking. Yeah, I need you. Hi, buddy. There we go. Let's just do this. Oh, that used almost all my emeralds. Better trades now. Ooh, I need this. Now I don't have enough emeralds. Ooh, maybe I will do these at a later date. Because I need some of this. I'll be back. Alright, that should be more than enough. Four, almost 5 stacks of bottles to so he won't trade with me anymore. I probably won't be able to sell them all. You know, it's probably better for you in here anyway. Watch my horse. Hey, buddy. No, I don't want those. I want these. There we go. Ooh, double. Double distilled is better than regular distilled. Oh, builder's tea. Let's get a little bit of that. Oh, and there we go. Like I thought, won't trade with me anymore. Let's see if he'll upgrade first. There we go. Beds. That's useless. Alright, we want more of this. And maybe one more of this. Alright, that should be good for now. I'll come back when you're ready to buy more bottles off me. Well, back over at our ghost town. I wanted to try something with this yeast. I want to see if there's a way to farm it, but it doesn't look like it, which is sucky. I don't know if that's a future thing or not. I need to remember seeing something in the code on yeast colonies or something like that. Let's see if maybe we can plant it on these. That's a negative. Bummer. Alright, so we're going to put one of you right here for making brass in a minute. But we're going to make a bubble cap. And the bubble cap is glass panes and copper. So let's go grab that. We'll need more of these eventually anyway, so I'm just going to make as many as we can there. So real quick, before we set this up, I'm going to go into our creative world and we're going to talk through what we're going to do, because what we're going to work towards today is getting touch powder, which is going to be needed to find oil, which we'll be doing probably in the next episode. So let's take a quick look and we'll catch you back over there. All right, so I've set up a little bit of a diagram here to show what we're doing. So here's our end goal. That is touch powder. So what we're going to start with is we're going to distill moonshine down to its purest form, which is going to be ethanol, which we're then going to dissolve some dried kelp into to get iodine, which we're going to then evaporate to get iodine tablets, which we're going to combine with ammonia, which we need urine for. Yes, a little gross, but it's actually how it's made in the real world. So a little bit of realism here, which combining those two together is going to get us this touch powder. Seems like a lot. Hopefully it's not too much to get done here in one episode. I think I've gathered all the resources for it, so let's head back over to the survival world and we'll get this set up. All right, this little guy is going to be what fuels or heats up our processes here. So if we look here, to distill it we need 3 bubble caps in a row, an input and 2 outputs. We're going to get water, and we're going to get double for single and then triple, and then we'll get our ethanol out, right? So let's set this up here. We just need to go 1, 2, and I'm going to switch this up and do my classic bury him in the ground. I'll make this look pretty later. We'll add the other one here. Alright, we'll need to add fuel to him for this to work, but for now, this will be good. So we need an input, which I'm going to do this. We're going to take our pump it in there, and we're going to pump it from these. Now, I'm going to try and modularize this whole system so it's easy to put stuff in, get stuff out, and I need track. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to do this using these cart assemblers, right, and using contraptions. So if I take and add this cart assembler here, and a cart, apply a redstone signal, it will pick up these, because it's got one sticky on it, and these are one complete thing. So I don't need super glue or any of that kind of stuff. I can take this, pick it up. Now I can put this contraption down at any station, and as long as I have a assembler there, it will just kind of feed into whatever. So put this here, take that, we'll make some levers actually. There we go. We'll make it look nice so it's easy to get stuff in and out of there. And then, we just need power. Alright, so I moved it over one because I want to add a valve in here so that I can adjust when these are coming in and out. Let me make a few of these valves here. I'm going to change this to 90 degrees because I want to be able to just... no, I want to reverse this. Because I want it to be quick on. I have to shift to turn it off, right? Perfect. Alright, put this here. Perfect. Now, this isn't going to help us for a second because we need to find a way to get fluids in here, and you can't just right-click in survival mode. So we actually need a drain station here somewhere too, where we can dump stuff into a drain, and it'll put into one of these fluid tanks. But I still wanted this to be kind of set up this way so that we can kind of just filter it around. So the idea here is I can click that, and I can grab this, and voila. And that should be easy to put back in there too. And turn that off, and there we go. I like the idea of a drain station being here kind of in the wall. So I think I'm going to move composter setup here, and we're going to put it right here. Alright, we're going to save a few of these for us. We're going to need them for something else, but let's take these ones here. We're going to see if this is working. It's off. I should be able to drain them in there, and yeah, buddy. Okay, so just gonna dump these in here. More glass bottles to sell. Looks like that is it. Turn that on. Take this here. Plop it over here. Turn that off, and there we go. Now let's go grab some fuel. Now I have a ton of this dried kelp, so we're just going to use dried kelp blocks for now. Alright, that gives it 200 seconds. That's great. So let's turn this on. Nope. And it's going to start going in there. It's going to start getting distilled. We got double. And we got water. And then it's going to be all full. Let's turn that off. Let's go sleep. Alright, there we go. Those are set up. Now I just got to figure out how I want this to look for two tanks right next to each other, right? The problem is if I just put one here, it'll actually block both tanks, which is not what we want. Now I could put one on either side and have copper casings covering the pipe so that it only goes the direction I want it to. And that might be what we do here. I'm encroaching in my little walkway here, which I guess is fine. Now the other option is we do one here and one here. It's not bad. And then it kind of fits in the spot here. Gives us a little walkway and stuff behind here. I'm not sure how I want this set up, so we might actually end up moving this whole contraption here, but let's do that real quick. Now I can have these set up where I just flick one lever and it shuts them both off, or I can do it on the side here and the side here. But for now, let's just do one. It'll work. Let's take one of those out for now, and we're gonna want, let's just have this one here go there. And if I do this, actually, it won't connect. I'm gonna this one here, take this out here. Under this. Oh, turn this off. Copper casing there. Turn that on. Even if I take that out, it still only faces that one direction. Perfect. Let's put these back here. Close them down. Now, if I open up this valve here, it should be green. Aha, we're going in there. Perfect. We open up this one here. Got water going in there. Perfect. Okay. Let's feed this more kelp. Doesn't have enough. Looks like there's not enough. Oh, I've closed this. That's why. There's not enough to do another round here, which is a problem. That is a problem because I need at least one of these. Let's see if how much. Here, let's do this. Let's close you. Bring you over here. Oops, found the right thing. Turn you on. Let's see how much one. So I've got an empty fluid tank. Oh, yeah, that's right. So one bottle gives me 250. Right. Which puts us up to 650, and I'm assuming it needs a whole mill bucket. But it then only does 200 at a time. Doesn't seem to be adding up here. Something's off. Let's make another cart here. And we're actually going to move it over here because we're going to take this one here. Empty one there. Turn those back on. Really want to make sure these are always off when I'm starting. So I'm going to put this here. Put it down. So I've got 1.2 buckets. So if I turn this on, it'll fill it there. And if we feed this, so it does 600 millibuckets at a time, which is interesting. And we're getting out 800. So we're going to end up with some funky numbers here. But let's take these and open the valves. So let's do this again. Oh yeah, see now it's not going to do this other one because, well, maybe it will. There we go. We have our ethanol. So if we open these. Oh. MD. Close. Keep doing this. Perfect. Alright, the next part is a little bit gross, fair warning. But we need to make ammonia, which we talked about, which means we need urine. So I've got a little outhouse out here for privacy, obviously. But you can't just get it in your old way. You gotta get a little intoxicated first, which don't recommend. But here we go for science. All right, there we go. 21 plus. That's right. Now we can come in here. And you gotta be over a cauldron, and you're gonna crouch. Now, I'm just gonna close this here. Don't look into my eyes. It's weird the camera's in there. I didn't mean for that to happen. Maybe we'll cut that out. And there we go. We have a cauldron full of urine. And one bottle. Whew. Okay, well. I guess it's one bottle to one for the moonshine, which is a little disappointing, especially because, maybe I'm gonna put some of this back in the bottles. Let's do that. But we'll do that later. Let's make sure this is down. Yes, it is. Let's put this in here. Hopefully that is enough. It's probably not gonna be enough. Shoot. As we go see if our friend over in the other village is ready to trade again. Alright, we got 3 bottles back, and I'm just gonna get rid of that. And our crappy temporary setup. Flip that back around. Empty one here. Let's see if this will work. I have my doubts. Yeah, it needs more. Well, we've got more. And the effects have worn off. They compound if you drink too much at once. Anyway, I'm gonna not make you watch that again. And I'm going to come back when we're got a full full enough tank. Alrighty, there we go. If we open up this here, get all that in there. Close that back up. Close that back up. Alright, we've got 2 of the pieces to our puzzle, and this rain is annoying. Let's go get the next one. Well, my plan was to build a vat and stick it in here, but turns out vat needs, a vat controller needs quite a process to get, and we don't have all the resources for it quite yet. So we're going to attempt to do it inside of a mixer and a basin. Let me show you what I mean. So inside of Destroy, these chemical reactions can be done with a mechanical mixer in a basin or in a vat. Now, there's some things that obviously in a vat makes it a lot more efficient, and there's a lot of other benefits to using the vat over the basin and mixer, but maybe this is a good chance for us to show that you can use it. Obviously, it's going to be easier with that. That'll be absolutely our goal for next episode, is to get a vat up and going. But let me get the mixer going, and then we'll start mixing some stuff up. Alright, so let's see if this works here. So let's put down our distilled ethanol, or ethanol distillate. Let's sit down, and we're gonna take and we're gonna add our dried kelp into there. All right, fingers crossed. Oh, potassium iodide solution. Perfect. Now I can just switch this, and this should be empty. Perfect. Let's turn you off. So I ran into a bit of a snag, and it turns out, I'm just an idiot. So, which if you've been watching this for a while, you're probably already aware of. But we need to come revisit this chart because I missed a very crucial step, which is throwing quite the wrench in our plans here. So let's take a look at what I did. So when we dissolved the dried kelp in the ethanol, it gave us an iodide solution, not an iodine solution. I know, a couple letters off. Well, one letter off. But it makes a big difference. So we actually need to create iodine from iodide. And how do we do that? Well, we mix it with chlorine, and that will give us iodine and chloride. Right? So here's what we need. This little iodine right here. So how do we make chlorine? Well, it's a bit of a thing. So we need to mix hydrochloric acid and hypochlorous acid. I'm probably saying that terribly. Anyway, worse than my Dutch. And how do we make these? Well, we need to make an electrolysis, and we need to shock mercury and brine together, and it's going to give us mercury and sodium, and those two acids, which we can then mix together. Now, there's also a chemical reaction, but as you can see, it's just going back and forth from water and chlorine, which again, we don't have the chlorine yet, so we can't do that. Why does this throw such a kink in our plans here? Well, brine's not too hard to get. We actually can just make that from distilling water over and over again, or by, wrecking baby villagers. Sandcastles, which we don't have plastic, so we can't do that. But this mercury is actually made from distilling this molten cinnabar. It gives you sulfur and mercury. And here's the kicker. This is made by superheating redstone. So we need to get blaze cakes in order to superheat in order to make our molten cinnabar. So this whole thing is just, it doesn't work yet. Let me update this chart real quick, and I'll show you exactly that whole process where we're missing. All right, well, there's our terrible diagram. But it depicts this whole other branch that we need to work on. So I think I'm actually going to end that here. We will get to some of the other stuff. This is a fun little concept for the centrifuge that we're going to be putting in our world here. Essentially, it uses those same modules where we suck it up. We're going to put it into a centrifuge, and we're going to get 2 different solutions out. So we'll set this up in our world so that we can, again, exchange those different things. But yeah, we'll do that next time. We'll get set up for a dynamo. I will set up a blaze cake farm off screen. We'll do all the destroy stuff, so like the dynamo and whatnot, on screen. But I'll do all the create basic stuff off screen, and we'll just show them. But it turns out the old adage of that I totally didn't just make up right now, I promise. You must create in order to destroy. So that's the lesson of today. Let's go create some so we can destroy.